Hey y'all, it's TxStampin Sharon. I am super excited to share what I have in store tonight with y'all. I am live at 7 o'clock p.m. Central. It is October the 17th, and I'm going to give everybody just a hot minute to find me and join me, making sure that everybody can hear me. Sometimes when I push buttons on this side, things don't look right. So I have to give it just a minute because, technology is so much fun. All I want to do is teach y'all how to make a card, but I got to learn all these buttons and make sure that everything is working well. I want to say hello to everyone who's joining in the live chat. If you are watching the replay afterwards, I really appreciate it. I appreciate it, and I hope that it inspires y'all. I hope that tonight you enjoy some sparkly fun. I think that Inaka wants to know if I'm cold. I am cold. Finally, we had a little bit of a cool front hit Central Texas, and I have on a sweater. Shocker, shocker. We went out tonight for dinner before the live. Our grandkids were having a fundraiser at a local restaurant, and I was freezing. So anyway, thanks for noticing, Inaka. All right, I want to say hello to those who are in the live chat that have that cute little Texas logo by their name. They are my YouTube channel members, not subscribers, but members. They support my channel each month by paying $4.99. And for that, I give them a private class. It is going to be the first Tuesday in November. Oh gosh, I should have looked this up. November 2nd, 3rd? What is it? Hi, Michelle. Michelle is on here. Michelle will pop up and tell me in a minute what that date is in November. But yeah, I will be doing a super fun class, and it's just my way of thinking, y'all. It is something that I normally don't ever do. Well, or I have never done. Although tonight I haven't done this technique on YouTube. It's been years since I've done it. It is November the 5th. Thank you, Michelle. So Michelle is the other shout out that I want to do. Michelle in the live chat has a wrench by her name, as does Renee. They are my moderators for these lives because it takes a lot of juggling to make it all happen. Michelle helps me on Thursday night. So if you have a question, you can type the @ sign and start typing Michelle Batson's name, and then she will answer you. And if not, she will tag me at the end. So welcome, welcome everyone. Hi, Joanne. Joanne was so anxious for me to start. She was like, I keep pushing the button and you're not going yet. It's not time, honey. I go live at 7 o'clock p.m. Central. So I have some sparkly fun to share with y'all. And this has been a technique that has been around for years. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 27 years. Over 27 years. And at the last team meeting that I did, I hold a team meeting once a month on Zoom with my my team members. And Lori Anderson shared I think she shared both of them with us. She shared this technique with us. And hi, Carol, how are you? Barbie received her technique book today. Thank you, Barbie, for ordering the technique book. And she says it is nice. Good job. It takes a lot of work to do those, but it sure was fun seeing the results. So this is, those scraps of paper that y'all hang on to. I know y'all do it. You might have a piece that's this big and you're like, I'm going to use it for something. And then you never do. So I'm hoping this gives you an idea to use it, to use up those bits. So this is actually designer series paper. Margaret says, this looks like fun. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This is going to be fun, 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 fun. I gosh. And then Renee sent me a picture of one that she had done a couple of years ago. It is an oldie but goodie technique. And for those of y'all who've never done it, you're in for some fun. So let me just tell you, I used the stamp sets called Friends for Life. Happy birthday, friend, is what I did. And I did use the dies. That is not the right dies. Hold on. Hold, please. That's the dies for my other card. So if it's Christmas labels dies, can you imagine that I'm going to show you a Christmas version? Yeah. You got to stick around to the end. And I told Renee, I think that's my favorite, my most favorite card. All right, let me just show you the dies. Tammy says she did share both of her dies. One looks like stained glass window. And that's the one, Tammy, thank you for mentioning that. I printed it off. Look at that, y'all. Isn't that gorgeous? I didn't print both of them. The other one was a Christmas one. So I hope she got my message that I was going to do some shout outs tonight to her. So yeah, these are the dies and they are called Friends for Life dies. So Michelle Batson said, yay, I need more Christmas card ideas. Michelle, you're going to go nuts over this. This is really super easy. I don't know why that doesn't want to go in. Super easy, super fun. If you've been cutting any designer series paper, and Renee, correct me, didn't the sample you sent me, didn't it have cardstock, right? So it doesn't have to be designer series paper. It could be cardstock. Now, because I have, let me scoot this back. Because I have a couple of samples to show you. I think I'm going to show you this one first. I didn't finish the card. So I will tell you that I wasn't happy with this one. Who has been around a hot minute and remembers how much I love copper, right? So I was using all of the Wow embossing powders, and we have a copper, gold, silver, okay? So I thought, let me just do it in copper, and I picked the wrong paper. So keep that in mind. I think I picked the wrong paper. I picked copper clay, designer series paper colors, but it's not the same copper. Y'all see that? So, womp womp. I wanted to show you because if you go to make one and you go, well, that just doesn't look right at all. I did the same thing. So, all right. So I thought for fun that we would use this paper. So what is this one called? This is called In Color. I'm sorry, Thoughtful Design Specialty Designer Series paper. Okay. And it comes in more colors than that. There are lots of colors. Yep. I thought, oh, I bet this would make a pretty one. So I'm going to show you from scratch how I started. Now, remember, I'm cutting the paper, but you are going to be, you're already going to have some paper laying around. And so, just kind of keep that in mind. I'm going to flip this around. I want this darker color over here. They don't have to, I'm not really measuring. I'm just cutting some strips. Okay. Then I'm just going to take these strips. You could use scissors. I just took my trimmer and just put it in and then turned it. I am not being careful one bit. Okay. I'm just cutting the paper any old which way. Pretty peacock and silver are great together. Very good, Maria. How did you know that I'm going to be using the silver emboss powders? And then when I'm done showing you this technique and how to do it, I will show you a Christmas card that I did with gold. So any of my gold fans, don't leave me. And if y'all can tell me which designer series paper you think the copper would go with, I would be interested to know, because I was really trying to find one and I just didn't. I wasn't happy. So Kathy says, your copper card appealed to my hubby. It does? He loves it? All right, Kathy, I'll tell him I'll finish the card and then I'll post it, and then you tell me if he likes my finished card. Boy, that's really going to test me. Kathy, tell him that's going to test me, because I don't like it. Maybe I didn't look at it from a masculine point of view. I mean, I love my copper. I was just so bummed when I was like, what the heck? What am I going to do? What the heck? What the heck? All right. Oh, just noticed. Okay, so the backside is white. All right. I'm going to cut a few more strips. I think I have enough, but just in case. Y'all see how I'm just kind of turning it? Brenda Bennett says she loves my live tonight. Yay, Brenda, I'm so glad. If I need some more, I'll grab it, but I'm just going to shove that over there for now. Mary Yates said, I thought it was unique. So you guys are telling me that y'all all like this card? It is very unique, but I thought it was weird that it wasn't the right copper. I don't know what I thought. All right, we'll come back to it. We'll finish that card somehow. Now, I'm going to start off with a piece of basic white that is 4 inches by 5 1/4. You could even, y'all are loving it. Jeannie says it's very beautiful in my opinion. Beth Strickland says I like the copper card. Diane says, how about naturally gilded DSP? I tried that. I didn't like that. You're on the same page as me. I didn't like it. All right. So what I was going to say is I'm cutting the paper, or I've cut the paper bigger than what I need, because I'm going to be trimming it down. But what I have found is that Roxanne says, I like it very much. So pretty. All right, y'all. I'm going to take another look at it. Maybe I'll fall in love with that card. I didn't finish it because I didn't love it. So anyway, we're going to be trimming this down, but I find that you need to start bigger is what I'm trying to say. Okay, Kathy Dimmel says he really does like it. All right. Okay. All right, Kathy's husband. I'm glad you do, because I personally, like I said, wasn't for me, but I will learn to fall in love with it. I'm going to be using the adhesive sheets for this project. Yeah, we're just going to cut it. So remember, I told you it was 4 inches. Inika says, what about the oxidized? I did try the oxidized, Inika. Doesn't go with that copper either. The oxidized to me is true copper, like I used to have. I don't know. This is almost like a red copper. You know, it's a different copper. So I'm going to cut this to be 5 1/4. Maria says, I myself have used that color combination, pretty peacock and silver, in a card that I sadly didn't take a photo. And, you know, I should have tried it with this designer series paper in the copper, because Night of Navy, the blues go really well with copper. Okay, yep, I'm done. All right, so we're going to bring in our basic white again. And just going to line this up. And you want to butt it right up against it. Trust me. I I will show you what to do if it doesn't. So where is, let's see, here we go. Grandma Jane says, I like the card too. When you finish it, it will be great. Every card I ever saw that you made was pretty, Grandma Jane. You are just so precious. Thank you so much. I guess I just assumed the color was off, and so I just stopped. But I'm thinking, now that you guys are convincing me, I'm thinking that if I take and accent this more with black, like pull the black from here and my layer, I'm thinking, you got me thinking. So, all right. So what I'm going to do now is I've rubbed the backing to the adhesive sheet. And I'm going to remove the backing. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I have it. It's just a little bit of an area right here where I can hang on to the cardstock. And then I don't know if you can tell. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it back. Sometimes the adhesive doesn't stick. I'm gonna rub it back down, see if that helps. And it did for the most part. Sometimes it just doesn't. So that's why. And it's just on the edge. So I don't know, maybe it's error. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the operator error. But that's why I cut it bigger and then trim it down. All right, so this is all sticky, okay? And so then what we're going to do is we're going to get our pieces. Okay, so can you see the line where the seam is? Okay, so here's my trick. I just make sure that my first pieces are on that line. Wonky, not perfect, but just kind of covering up the line. I do like this paper that some of it is a lighter color. See how it's shaded? This is going to be pretty, y'all. This is going to be pretty. Tammy says the greens would go well with copper because copper can get the green patina. Good point, Tammy. Good point. So as you can see, I'm just adding pieces and I'm totally okay with it hanging off the edge because we can trim it down. And then, so Faye is saying that this is like tear and tape, but only in a sheet. So they're long sheets, okay? And they are adhesive sheets that you can find. So double-sided adhesive. We used to sell a product, and I was telling Renee that I was going to show that, and I was like, oh, we don't sell that anymore. Y'all, it is hard to keep up with. It is hard to keep up with what we sell and what we don't sell. But if you have, I'm trying to find a dark color. If you have any of the heat and stick powder, you could use that by taking a Versamark pad all over the basic white, pour that heat and stick powder, heat it up, and then your entire layer is sticky. Make sense? So I'm just filling this all in. Cindy Wagner says, I have DSP similar to what you're using. Let's see here. I hope to see some of y'all doing this. So then what you can do is just cut some of the pieces to fill in. like that. Super easy, no stress. Y'all know me, I don't like to stress. Debbie says she likes the ombre look. I do too. I'm glad I picked this paper. When I was looking for an alternative for the copper, I saw this paper and I was like, oh, but you could go with silver. Yes, ma'am. So I picked it up. So yeah, Michelle is putting that the heat and stick powder is on clearance, and Michelle wanted like $3 or something. It was pretty cheap. So you could try that, but the adhesive sheets, honestly, what I did here is easier in the sense that there is one less step of embossing. So you just cut your bits to fit. Cut the bits to fit. Find one for right here. I just like the fact that it's low stress. All right, so do y'all see where I kind of overlapped it right there? Just grab your snibs and cut it off. It's fine, it's all fine. Okay, I think we've done a good job. This technique is Mosaic, Cheryl Ann. I did forget to tell you that. It is a Mosaic technique. Jeannie says it would be so hard, all the different names, the different catalogs, and what's current. Girl, it is. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. Now I'm just cutting off the edge. Try not to put your fingers on the sticky part because that's what the powder is going to do. Stick to that. You could cut these bits off when you're done embossing, whichever way you prefer to do this. Y'all are going to help me finish the design of this because I was torn on, do I use Pretty Peacock or do I use Lost Lagoon? So you're going to help me finish up this design of this one. Okay. All right, so let's get some powder. Now, my thought was silver, and I'm going to stick with it because I want to see what it looks like. But I'm almost wondering, what would the copper do with this? I don't know. I don't know. The blue and silver are so pretty. You're right, Rosemary. All right, you ready? So remember, all of that white that's exposed is sticky. Okay. And I'm just going to tap it, let it get down in those grooves. You do not want to use an embossing buddy, right? Because it's sticky. We don't want to get powder on the sticky. We want embossing powder on the sticky part. Looky, looky. Now remember, I told you that one side, for some reason, I didn't quite get enough adhesive. And then kind of tap it. I can see some embossing powder on my Designer Series paper a little bit. Just going to lightly brush that off. Doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to do it. How about a dark brown, which would be softer than the black? Oh, you mean for the copper card? It's a thought. Let me see a little bit right here. Okay. So then we're going to heat set it. Yeah, Barbie, I agree. Copper would probably look weird on it because I see silver in this paper, right? Don't y'all? Okay, let's heat it up. Dee has made similar cards using the gilded flakes. Yes, ma'am. You could use glitter instead of embossing powder. Okay, here we go with the heating. And let the beauty begin. Oh, Debbie Siegel loves this idea because her son does tile work. Mm-hmm. Make it masculine. Yep. It does take a while, but it's worth it. Look how pretty. Just want to make sure we get it all done. Now, wasn't that worth the wait? That is a gorgeous, right, Polly? She's like, wow, so beautiful. It's just stunning. What embossing folder was that? I haven't used an embossing folder. No embossing folder. This is just silver embossed powder. All right, we're going to do some trimming. And it's still pretty warm. So I don't want to cut that embossed layer until it's cool. I don't know. Would it gum up my blade? Probably. Inika asked, could you use the gilded flakes on the adhesive sheet? Absolutely. You can use the gilded flakes. You could use glitter. You can use embossing powder. I can't think of anything else, but yes, absolutely. Okay, so now I want to trim off the sides. Okay, so I did pretty good. I've only got a few areas that did not show. Now, what I did do too, have I talked to y'all before? They do sell like a Versa marker. If you had a really bad area, which I did on my gold, so I wanted to tell you, you could actually, well, let's just do it. What the heck? We don't sell, Stampin' Up! Does not sell the Versa marker anymore, but it has, this is like 10, 12 years old, and it still works. I did put one in my Amazon store because somebody had asked me. So I guess I have talked about this before, but I'm going to show you what you can do. So let's just take this area right here. Actually, I'm going to go over here because this side looks pretty good. I'm going to go right here. Can you see the white? Okay. And so what I'm going to do, who made that mess? Go. I'm going to take and I'm going to color. I just thought I could do it holding it up. It's not quite the same, But dadgummit, in a pinch, nobody would ever know that you did this. Y'all see it? Now I'm going to heat set. So, pretty good, huh? You can tell, but not if you didn't know. Shirley Gentry says, this is gorgeous. Can't wait to try. I think it would make beautiful Christmas cards. Shirley, hang on. Wait till you see the Christmas one I did. All right, I'm going to trim up. I've got some edges here that need to be cut off. We're just going to trim it down. And who said, Candy says she thinks the copper card is great. I'm so glad y'all love the copper card. I'm going to finish it now. You've inspired me to finish it. All right. So what I'm going to do now is you look at the edges and you see what needs to come off. Clearly, this side needs to be trimmed down. So I'm going to come in at, I think I'm going to come in at 3 7/8. Just going to trim that off. And then I've got this bit down here. I'm going to come in at, what did I say? So I'm going to come in at 5 1/8. And you know what? If there's another little spot here and there, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right. So I told you I wanted you to help me finish off the design of this card. Oh, I was like, where did it go? So in looking at it, do I want Pretty Peacock? I don't know. That's pretty striking. Or do I want Lost Lagoon? Let me know in the live chat which one you think. Actually, wouldn't it be pretty if I'd have done both? How many? Well, maybe we do the card base, one of the colors. So Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock. Let me know what you think. Pretty Peacock, Pretty Peacock. Well, the lights are warming me up here in the studio, so the sweater's coming off. Pretty Peacock, both. Okay, so what if we do Pretty Peacock for the layer, and then I cut Lost Lagoon for the base? I can do that. Yeah. Yep. Now I feel very embossed powdery right now, so I'm just going to clean this off. Who's going to try this technique? Y'all know my middle name is Technique, and I absolutely, when Lori showed this at the team meeting, I was like, oh my gosh, I had forgotten all about that one. And so, yeah, I just had to pull out my stuff and go play. So, Lori, if you're listening, are you on here, girl? Let me know. Everybody's saying me, I am. Okay. All right, let's do some. I didn't think about this, but we're going to make this, it's just 4 1/4. We're going to make this a tent card. 5 1/2. We're going to score it at 5 1/2. Delina says, I love the scrappy effect like some of the quilts I made. Delina, my friend, how are you doing? I'm sure you have probably told everyone in the chat, but I just caught that you were on. See, I was thinking this would be a good masculine card. What do y'all think? However, I know that I got to go fix the copper one because we have a man in the house who likes that one. All right, so we're going to put this here. Oh, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay, we've got some more decisions to make, y'all. Don't go anywhere. And don't forget, I'm going to show you that Christmas one. That's gorgeous. You know, sometimes you just hate to say, my card is gorgeous, but y'all, it is gorgeous. Okay, so I have a piece of basic white to go inside. Who in the live chat is going to be joining the Creative 8 team next weekend for the retreat? So that is October 25th and 26th. You can still register if you have not already. You can look below the video and find the link to my blog. I will pop that up really quick. You can register over there for the Creative 8 online retreat. It is held on YouTube, and it is Friday night and Saturday. If you miss any of the parts, you can always watch the replay. There are 48 tutorials. That's a lot. Michelle Batson says, I am doing it at the beach, of course. And I'm so jealous. So jealous. Okay, Grandma Jane's ready for it. Dorothy will be there. Renee says, I may not be there the whole time, but I will definitely be there for your lives. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I thought that this looked like something fancy. So I thought, well, let's just pull out something fancy and the dies. Okay. Inika, you get your rest, my friend. You have so much going on right now with your physical issues and your health. You don't worry about this at all. All right. So what I did ahead of time was I cut some pieces. Well, that one had a boo-boo, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep it because if we decide to layer it, nobody's going to see the tear. Okay. So then we start deciding, what do we want? What stamp set? Now, I thought when I was first pulling the colors, I thought it would make a nice sympathy card. But now that I see it with the silver, I'm not so sure. I don't think we want a sympathy card. No. It would make a pretty thank you card. And I also don't want to cover this up. So maybe I do want to go smaller. Diane says she's going to attend Creative 8. Just posted a picture of my challenge. I'm so glad you did my challenge. Thank you. Now, I don't know. I think I like. What do we think? I think I like the pretty peacock. Oh, let me take this. What did I do? Okay. Anniversary and congratulations. Silver anniversary. Well, I didn't. I could do congratulations, I think, on this. I was trying to use the dies. Okay. Let's get congratulations. What do we think? Yeah? I was thinking, at first I was thinking we were going to do it in silver, but I can't on white. So I need pretty peacock. Okay. Mary says, thanks for the heat and stick powder tip. I just discovered I had some and didn't know how to use it. You're welcome, Mary. You're welcome. So I'm just going to stamp it. We'll see what it looks like. We may end up going with the whole thank you theme that I had in my head because I still think it's a pretty thank you card. But when y'all make yours, you could do it as an anniversary card. Yep, all the things. Hold on, let me get there. I got to get right in there. This is tiny. Okay. Oh my stars. Yeah, if that's not the most perfect Stampin', I don't know what is. All right, so let's bring this back in. I don't know. This is probably too big. I don't think I like that. I think what I'm going to do, we're going to go with congratulations. Maybe. All right. See, this is what happens when I don't know ahead of time what I'm doing. Y'all have to listen to me talk to myself. All right, we're going to try a thank you card. Thank you. I think I like the bigger. I like it. That's what we're going with. Okay. Hi, Mary. You made it. Girl, you got to go back and see how we did this super easy card. You can always watch the replay. And if you use congratulations, put a ribbon behind it instead of the mat. Yeah. I wonder what ribbon I have. You know, I see the silver and I'm thinking, I don't see much white. I know I have white ribbon. I think we're just going to go with this. Yep. Let me get some dimensionals. Thank you, Debbie. She says that the thank you looks awesome. You know, when you're playing, when you're making cards, you're like, well, what do I need? I always need thank you cards. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go with thank you for right now. But I love this technique so much that maybe it'll make the next technique book. Y'all, I have had so much fun reading your comments about my technique book. It truly was a dream come true, and it took a long time and a lot of work to get there. And I really, really appreciate your feedback. Okay, so now remember, this is a card that folds this way. Nope, I'm going with the tent version, like I said. Put this here. I'm kind of feeling like we need some embellishments, though. All right. What do we think? Inika says, thank you for this card. It's great. It's a great thank you card, and I need one. You're so welcome, Inika. It is just stunning. I think it's stunning. If you play with this technique, please tag me. Please post it in the Stampin' Friends Forever in the Stampin' Friends Facebook group, or if you don't know, if you're not a member of that one, you can use this mystery stamping. Okay, whatever. I want you to try this technique because it is super fun. It is called Mosaic. If you search for it, I'm sure that Sue Manning says that I had her at embossing. It's just elegant. Okay, for those of you who joined late, did you see the first card that I shared? So pretty. So pretty. All right, here is the Christmas one. Y'all, stop it. Isn't it stunning? Now, I will tell you, where is my pointer? I had a huge gap right there. And I colored it in with the Versamarker. If you're just looking at that card and I didn't point that out to you, no one would ever know. Matt's birthday is coming up in a few weeks, the day after the November VIP. Matt's birthday. We must do some Matt cards. Renee, thank you for that reminder that it's Matt's birthday. Y'all do know who Matt is, right? Too funny. Too funny. So for this one, I used Christmas labels, just simple. I will tell you that I cut down. I did this in gold, and then I cut a piece in white, and I cut off the excess so that I could matte it. Okay. All right. What do y'all think about this technique? The Mosaic technique. Oh, and I will tell you too that I took 3 of these and cut out of that gold layer behind, I wasn't going to waste all that space in there. So paper saving tip, I will post that picture. I meant to print it off and I forgot. So, you know, I was just, y'all, you wait to see what I've got coming up. Halloween. Oh my goodness. Y'all are going to go crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. I want to see you guys playing with the Mosaic technique. It is stunning. It is fun. It is easy. And I just gave you a great reason to use those bits that you've been hanging on to. Remember, even if it's a bit this big, just cut it up, chop it. Okay, chop it up. Delina says, love Halloween. Can't wait. Yeah, and you know what? It's not a Halloween card, but it's on Halloween. If you're new to my channel, I sure hope I inspired you. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be honored to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been doing this for over 27 years. I absolutely love to go learn something and then share it with y'all. So if I can help you in any way, please don't hesitate to reach out. Tammy A is asking, what is that die cut? It is the Christmas labels. Is that what you're asking for, Tammy? Let me switch this back around. This die right here, and it is Christmas labels dies. Okay, we good? Tammy, reach out to me if you have any other questions, my friend. All right, y'all. Next time you see me will be on Monday night for Mystery Monday Stamping, right here on my YouTube channel at 7:00 p.m. Central. That's always the time that I come on. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you for your questions, your comments, and helping me decide how to finish that card. Oh, stay tuned for what I do with the copper one. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.